Welcome back, brothers and sisters, to Desire of Ages. So yesterday we saw as the wise men from Magi came to Jerusalem, there was none in search for Jesus Christ, none in search of the newborn King, and they were sort of in ignorance about it. And the only person who was excited was King Herod, but he was excited for the wrong reasons, and as we're going to see. So we continue Desire of Ages 62, paragraph 1. This inquiry from the usurper of the throne and made at the request of strangers stung the pride of the Jewish teachers. The indifference with which they turned to the scrolls of prophecy enraged the jealous tyrant. He thought them trying to conceal their knowledge of the matter. With an authority they dared not disregard his command. They dared not disregard. He commanded them to make close search and to declare the birthplace of the expected king. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, and thou, Bethlehem, land of Judea, art in no wise least among the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall come forth a governor, which shall be shepherd of my people Israel. Herod now invited the Magi to a private interview. A tempest of wrath and fear was raging in his heart, but he preserved a calm exterior and received the strangers courteously. He inquired at what time the star had appeared and professed to hail with joy the intimation of the birth of Christ. He bade his visitors search diligently for the young child, and when ye have found him, bring me word again that I may come and worship him also. Saying, he dismissed them to go on their way to Bethlehem. The priests and the elders of Jerusalem were not as ignorant concerning the birth of Christ as they pretended. The report of the angel's visit to the shepherds had been brought to Jerusalem, but the rabbis had treated this as unworthy of their notice. They themselves might have found Jesus and might have been ready to lead the Magi to the birthplace. But instead of this, the wise men came to call their attention to the birth of the Messiah. Where is he that is born the King of the Jews? They said, for we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. The exact same thing that the priest said to Jesus, which is, or the same sort of attitude they had, where but the rabbis had treated it as unworthy of their notice because they were so prideful, brothers and sisters, and they were so built up in their culture and traditions. They didn't really care of this news that came from shepherds, especially. They didn't really care. They looked at the unlearned and the ignorant as beneath them and unworthy of anything that they say, so they just hushed it and pushed it to the side, exactly what they did with Jesus, who came to give them the good news. See you on the next one. Take